Hope you all are having a spectacular evening. I almost completely forgot that today was live. Not that today was live, but that I actually had live at 7. Made the mistake of trying to log in at 6. And that is not the time that my live starts. Hi, Carol. So I was a little bit bummed out. Started way later than I would have liked. What the heck? There it goes. Okay. So, I don't have a script for tonight because what we're doing is the Australian animals, and I don't have a lot of Australian animals. But I'm going to show you the ones I do have. And hopefully that will work out for me. Sorry, I had to grab a few. I forgot one. Now there are some of the animals that I have are can be found in Australia, but you've already seen them. So what's the point in showing them again? So one of the Australian animals, or not Australian, but I don't have enough animals to do in Arctic and Antarctic. I mean, I might at some point do it, but we have the emperor penguin. He's obviously not from Australia. He's from Antarctica, but because I don't have that many, and because they sort of share the same spot on the shelf, I figured I would show them anyway. This is a leopard seal, and they tend to sort of wander, and sometimes, on rare occasions, they can be found in places maybe where they shouldn't be. And that could include southern Australia, islands that surround Antarctica, and Antarctica itself. These guys are apex predators. Very cool. They have that speckled sort of underbelly, very dark top on the back. Very much like a shark. So if a penguin is swimming below them, they can't see them as easily. And if an orca is below them, they can look up and see that white and maybe not pick up on the silhouette of the seal. Same thing. If this guy is up here looking down, they can't see the seal and makes it easier for them to hunt. And now that we have that out of the way, we can get to some of the Australian critters that I have. So the cassowary, there's a couple different species, but one of them does live in Australia. And surprisingly enough, this is a rainforest animal, and we usually don't think of Australia as having rainforest, but they do. Sort of in the northern part of Australia, they have rainforest. And these guys are very well built for rainforest. They're brightly colored. They have this casque on top of their head, and they use that to sort of help with vegetation. And they're fruit eaters. So they help spread seeds. I need to get this mama kangaroo taken care of. Now, I don't think it was sold as a red kangaroo, but she is red, sort of a reddish brown. And so that's what I'm going for. I'm calling her a red kangaroo. She does have, although it's a little bit hard to see through her hands, but she does have a joey in there. So that's really cool. Frilled lizard. These guys are insect eaters. They tend to live sort of out where it's drier. They can climb trees. In fact, they will spend a lot of time up in the trees hiding from predators. This frill is used in defense. And so when an enemy comes by, they can flat open this up, and it makes them look bigger, makes them look meaner. They do have teeth. I don't know how well it shows up, but they do have teeth in there. I can actually feel them. Yeah. So that's the frilled lizard. They're going to be eating insects and stuff like that. Next up, we have an animal that I'm sure everybody has heard of. This is the platypus. Very unusual mammal. Very ancient mammal. These guys are one of the few mammals that actually lay eggs. They also do not have, females don't have the typical, well, they don't give milk the way most mammals do. They actually have glands that just produce the milk, and the babies get up there and they drink it. The frilled lizard, yeah, deserts, but there's trees, small trees. Platypuses live where, of course, there's water. Males are special because they actually have venom glands hooked up to spurs on their feet. Right above my finger there, there's a spur. And there's another one on the other side, on the hind feet. These, they become a little bit more potent with their venom during the mating season. Now, when these guys first came to England, people did not believe that this was a real animal. They thought it was a hoax. They thought somebody sewed on a duck bill to a beaver. But no, this is a real live animal. They come from a family called monotremes. And the only other animal that is a part of this group are the echidnas, who also lay eggs. And they are the only mammals to lay eggs. Everybody else gives live birth. This is my koala. Now, my koala does not come from Safari Ltd. I bought this at a zoo, but it is a koala nonetheless. These guys, of course, are famous for feeding on eucalyptus. And they spend a lot of time sleeping because they need their energy to digest that plant. They are also under threat. Being a tree animal, fires are not their friend. So that is a thing. And now I don't have a Nile crocodile. I do have this guy. Or, I said Nile crocodile. I did not mean Nile crocodile. I don't have a saltwater crocodile, but I do have this guy. Saltwater crocodiles can be found in Australia, more on the northern side of Australia. They can swim, they can tolerate salt water, they are a swimmer, and they can be found throughout Southeast Asia. So they're not just limited to Australia, but I think we kind of put them in Australia. They're associated with Australia. And these guys are pretty ancient. They can hide in just a few feet of water and basically be completely invisible. That's another place where if you're in Australia, like Florida, with their alligators, every body of water should be assumed to have its own crocodile. Don't be surprised if you try to swim in one of their rivers. Don't be surprised if they stop you, because swimming in rivers is not advisable. You are better off swimming in a public pool, maybe in the ocean, if you're not put off by that. But yeah, that's what he looks like. He's actually, except for the frilled lizard, he is my second biggest member of the Australian crew. So that's what I have. And really, honestly, I don't think there's a lot of Australian animals out there. You might be able to get a dingo. I am looking for a dingo. I don't know if I'll find one. There aren't a lot of Australian animals really out there. There is an emu that I've seen. But yeah, that's sort of the collection. Again, it's a typical Thursday. There's nobody on. And I put this up, I think, around 4 something. I did get 4 videos for the other channel done. Bondi Beach, yeah. There's... Australia has its fair share of critters that seemingly are out to get you. I think it's just a matter of they're famous. And while I don't have very many animal figures, I do have something to add to the animal figures. And that is this. Now, this is a textile cone. They can be found around Australia, probably in the warmer waters. But they are an animal that you could encounter in Australia. Hopefully you don't, because you don't want to be on the business end of this. It would ruin your day for sure. So yeah. I want to announce that we are not doing. Yeah, I thought they did. And I think Papu, however you pronounce it, I think they have emus. Oh, that's what I have. I forgot all about my tiny box. Takes brains. Sometimes I lack it. I completely forgot about it. There are huntsman spiders, like this guy. They may have bamboo sharks or something akin to that. If you're swimming in the water, you might see sea snakes if you're diving. And while they don't have Komodo dragons, they do have some species of monitors. Also in Australia, they have the Sydney funnel web. Not a figure you want to play with. Stay away from it. Australia does have bats. They also have fruit bats, or flying foxes. Thanks to people they have marine toads. Not natives, by the way, but they're there. Yes. Bearded dragon. I want to say bearded dragons are Australian. I love when I type. Oh. Oh, wait. Not breaded. Pretty sure bearded dragons are Australian. bearded dragon. Yes, bearded dragons are Australian, and they can be found in arid to semi-arid environments. So, places like South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, and Victoria, you might see bearded dragons. Very resilient to development and in areas even where now it's urbanized. Sea turtles may visit portions of Australia, at least the waters. So, yeah, that's... Oh, and stonefish. Stonefish are definitely around Australia also. That's not an animal that you want to step on. It will ruin your day. Oddly enough, there are penguins, I believe, in Australia. The little blues, well, wait. Sometimes, guys, there's just too many animals running through my head. And stuff gets lost in the process. Okay, so you can find them in New Zealand, but they're also in South Australia. They don't look like this. They're blue. Sort of a bluish color, and they're small. So yeah, those are some animals that live in Australia. Of course, there are tons of other animals that also live in Australia. But come on now. Tasmanian devils, I think, are in Tasmania. I don't think they may have been. They were there. Tasmanian devils were in Australia, but they went extinct about 3,000 years ago. The kookaburra is Australian. I don't have one, but they are definitely Australian. Other animals include, of course, kangaroos, wallabies, echidnas, red-bellied black snakes, tiger snakes, black-headed pythons, children's pythons, shrub pythons, carpet pythons. I don't think they have any boas in Australia. Cockatoos, different types of cockatoos. Cockatiel, I think, is Australian. Yes, cockatiels are Australian. Dingoes, of course, are Australian. So there are lots of animals that live in Australia that I don't have. But it is an amazing place if you ever get to go. Go with the intention that you're going to be safe. And who knows? Learn something while you're there. Wombats, numbats, other types of parrots, insects, ants, jellyfish that live in the waters, stingrays that live in the water, sharks that live in the waters around there. Tons of animals to keep you happy. Sugar gliders, other types of possums, not the ones that we have here. Those are opossums, or possums as we call them. But the O is silent at the beginning of the word. In Australia, they're just possums. There is a freshwater crocodile that lives in Australia. They're called freshies. Lorikeets, more than just the rainbow lorikeet. Lots of variety of different stuff, including fish and turtles. It's an amazing place with amazing wildlife. I have just a sampling of it. Of course, taipans. Taipans have been in the news lately. Yeah, some of them are kind of scary. The trick is stay in the city. And I suppose even in the city it can be an issue. But the huntsmans, even though they're big, they're not medically significant. So that's a plus. You would be very well. You would do very well just to avoid them. A lot of these animals are not out to get you. They just want to be left alone. So if you don't do things that are going to get you hurt, you're going to be okay. Carol, also check your email. The quokka, yes. Australian. Gray kangaroo, lots and lots and lots of kangaroos. And a few introduced animals also, which we're not. I don't like dwelling on the introduced animals because it just makes me sad. So the next live for this channel will be next Thursday, whatever day that is. And it will be, well, go with a guide. Go with a guide. Make it part of a tour. Because every continent that you go to has its dangers. And if you are careful and you follow the rules, you should be okay. Like, for example, I talked today about the cone shells. If you go into the water and you see something sort of shaped like this, where it's small at the bottom, if it's small at the bottom and big at the top, don't pick it up. For what? Just if you go to Australia, just follow the rules. If there's a sign that says stay out of the water, stay out of the water. Don't Don't leave your shoes sitting outside. If you're in a house or in your hotel room, check the bed before you get into it. Don't use any outhouses while you're there, unless you have to. But next Thursday, which is going to be, oh wait, no. Next Sunday. Just remember, Sunday, there will not be a live on Sunday. There will not be a live on Sunday. Those are gone. So all of the scheduled lives for Sunday will now be done on Thursday. With that being said, next Thursday, which, if I have a calendar, which I'm pretty sure I do, is going to be the 26th of this month. Oh. And I probably wouldn't either. So the 26th of September, no state conference. What? Why no state conference? No, I'm not going live because I gave up doing lives on Sunday. But September 26th is going to be Asia in my collection. So we will be looking at all of my Asian animals, which is all of that top shelf and a little bit on the second shelf. If I haven't done Australian animals already. I am not doing repeats. If I can help it, I'm going to avoid doing repeats. Oh, Carol, 95 subscribers on this channel. Why? No. No. So we have 95 subscribers on this channel, which is awesome. 3.8 thousand views, which is amazing also. Nope. You're looking at the next Thursday. Don't look at Thursday. There are 33.1 watch time hours on this channel. But what I'm interested in is go to live. Gosh darn it, I did it again, Carol. Ay. Guys, I keep forgetting to make my... That is the one thing, because the lives have to be formatted. I can't just not do it. I have to make sure that the lives are... Okay, so we did herbivores of Asia and Africa. So there will be some repeats going on, but that's okay. You can see those animals again. It's not going to hurt you. So we are just going to do a repeat of Asia. Some of it will be a repeat. 728 subscribers on the other channel. Which to me is mind-blowing. We are almost to 730 subscribers on the other channel, and we still have Friday to go. So, I don't know what that's going to look like, but who knows? I'm very well impressed with the way things are happening on the channels, so... But, we do have lives coming up. Let me look and see what next week's animal is, since I'm here for the reviews. I think we're... Oh, it's gonna be... Maybe not. I know for the next month, the reviews are going to be animals. I just did Allosaurus. So the next animal up for review is going to be a certain little animal known as the red panda. That's right. I am reviewing the red panda next week. What's yay? What is yay? I don't know what I said to make you happy, but... Let me go through the next couple of weeks, the next few Thursdays, because I can do that. So upcoming, we have Asia in my collection, sea mammals in my collection, conservation spotlight, black-footed ferrets, and then inverts in my collection that aren't insects. So that is, assuming we don't have a 5-month thing in October. Maybe I should I just go through all of October and just be done with it? Conservation spotlight, Babirusa. Dinosaurs that are herbivores. Gosh darn it, I keep pushing the wrong button. Now, with this change, it means that it might push scheduled. Because it is not on, you don't have access to that. That's in scripts. And I don't think I gave you access to the scripts. To the scripts themselves. You have access to the lives, I think. And it's not part of the lives. We have dragons in my collection, so that'll be coming up eventually. October 17th, or what should have been October 17th, is North American Herbivores, Conservation Spotlight, Amur Tiger. We have a game night, maybe Venomous Creatures. The Nene, Conservation Spotlight. That might get pushed into November. Yeah, it's probably going to get pushed into November. And then Mountain Creatures on the 31st. But again, that probably will get pushed back into November. But for those of you that are interested, tomorrow night at 7 p.m., we are doing Eastern Massasauga. On the September 21st, we are doing Learn to Care Blue Whale. And then Tuesday, we are doing Be Safe Around Bison. We have a Tea with Me. And we are going to be going over the channel and seeing where our goals are for the channel, as well as me digging into you for inputs and a game night. And I'm going to do my best. Going to do my best to do a game night on birds, but I also, that'll be the 28th, by the way. I'm also going to do this in the morning at some point, and going over the channel and channel goals. So that is stuff that is coming up. That's okay. I thought we scheduled the Halloween stuff for the other channel. Yeah, I thought the 29th was Halloween. October, we have some really cool stuff. We are going to be talking about giant sequoias and the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo. I'm going to be talking about my experiences with nature a little bit. We're going to be talking about shapeshifters in relation to myth, because I like doing the myth stuff. We are going to be talking, oh wait, that's too far away. But we do have some really, really cool things coming up eventually. on the channel. No. 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 Why? Yeah, but we're for some reason, because I don't do the myth stuff on the other channel, we are doing it the other way. So, but we have planned all the way up through January 10th. I don't know why I don't have. I gotta look because this is driving me nuts. How do I? Yes, I do for the other channel. Yeah, because okay, hold on. January 10th is a Friday. I was right. That still makes no sense. Well, I'll figure it out. Anyway, that is what is happening, guys. And really got to figure out why we're not getting people in here any other night of the week. But, guys, I have ran out of stuff I think to talk about. Hopefully you're excited for what's to come. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to let you go because I have to dump some videos and then edit a video. So I will talk to you guys later. Yeah, but it's for the other channel. It's for the channel that we're currently on. It's not supposed to be purple. So, yeah. I think tomorrow, if I am able to get on early, which is my goal, assuming I don't babysit, I probably won't hop on till, yeah, but I probably won't hop on until 1, because that's it seems that's when I get the most people. But be kind to everybody, and remember to never give up on yourself and always keep learning. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.